Hi guys! So I went ahead and I primed my skin with the Baby Skin by Maybelline Instant Pore Eraser. And then I'm just going to dot my face with the CoverGirl Vitalist Elixir and use my damp beauty blender, and then I'll be right back. Now, I just wanted you guys to know that this is number 642 and it's a medium beige. It's definitely a lot darker than my shade. It's probably about 2 to 3 skin tones darker, but I do use a gradual self tanner, so I'm a bit dark, but it's definitely not one of those like simple easy foundations that you can just put on. I love the formula. It's nice and sheer. I should really just try and buy one more that's in my normal kind of ivory range, because I find it's nice to be dark and tanned, but I don't like doing any sort of contouring alongside of this foundation because then I feel really dark. Mind you, in photography makeup, if I had to get photos done, I find when I go darker, it looks much nicer on the camera. When I go darker, I do contouring, I do highlighting, all of that. But I do love my normal super pale skin because this is a lot harder to work with. I just want to let you guys know. So I've got the L'Oreal La Touche Magique. It's actually called Perfect Match. I think I've said True Match before in some of my videos. And this is in Rose Beige, and this is a beautiful shade. So I'm going to do your normal highlighting, just kind of a dot here under my eyes, around my nose, on my chin, top of my nose, and the top of my brow, and then I'll be right back. I just wanted to also let you guys know, with this Rose Beige, it's really sheer but great coverage. So if you find you have really dry skin and you don't like cakiness, this is one of my favorite ones for adding luminosity and not drying out on you. And also, if you have a pink undertone, you have a hard time with things oxidizing and going yellow. This does not oxidize, this does not go yellow, and it stays really nice. Like, I don't have any real dry patches in my skin, which is really quite lovely. So, just finishing doing that, and then I'm gonna just lightly powder under my eyes. So I'm just going in with my regular buff beige and 130, and I'm just using the sponge that comes with it, and I'm gonna pat down my whole face, and then I'll be right back to you guys. So I went ahead with the CoverGirl Easy Breezy Shape and Define in Honey Brown, followed through with the Revlon Color Stay in Auburn, and just did my brows. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna try stepping out of my box here today, guys, and that doesn't happen often, but I feel like my YouTube channel will become very boring if I keep doing the same look over and over again. I do really love a natural, dewy, glowy look, so it's hard for me to step out of my box and not gravitate towards those shades to make me just look really fresh-faced. So this will go one of two ways. I did a rose gold beige, rose gold look a couple weeks ago, and that was way too dark for me, and all day I did not like that look, so hopefully it won't be one of those days. So I'm taking that kind of Morphe palette, and I found a shade that's kind of like a light green. I'm gonna put that all over my lid, and I'm gonna see how it goes. I might go in first with my kind of this peachy shade again to transition into the green, but I kind of want to just go in right for the green, so I'm gonna try that. Let me find a clean brush. Okay, I'm just gonna go right for it. I'm gonna step out of my box, guys, so I'm dipping into that shade now. I'm gonna try not to tap it so many times. I feel like when I rewatched my one video, all I could hear was me tapping. I do have just light foundation on my eyes, guys. I could just go in really and put concealer over that eye and really make this look pop, but because I'm kind of nervous, I don't know if I necessarily want it to stay on all day. I'm going in with a fluffy blender brush, if you're wondering, This brand is just, I got it in my Ipsy bag. I don't know what this brand is, but if any of you guys know, Bukashi or something, what the brand is. It's pretty good. When I got it in my Ipsy bag, I was excited. I was like, girl needs a new blending brush. You can never have too many of those, especially if you're in between washing. So I'm just kind of sweeping this all over my lid, the entirety of my lid. I'm actually quite happy that this isn't a super crazy pigment payoff. Not that I don't like looks, but I like when they're a little bit more buildable. It excites me in the sense that then I'm not going a little too crazy. So I'm just working that in back and forth motions, windshield wiper motions, and I'm working that down onto the lid too. I will go in and put a heavier coverage on my lid. I'm just working that up and out like I normally do and really working it in. It is really raining here today, guys. It was raining kind of yesterday, but it's raining, and I was so worried about my lighting, and I thought, do I want to film another video? Because the lighting is off when you film, and I have a few lamps on, but you know, it's a different type of lighting. I have like an LED light, I have my light bulb, but who knows what shade is in that, in my lamp up top. Then I have the lamp from my beauty light. So I can see why a lot of the YouTubers use the ring lights, but I'm not going to go out and buy one. I am, however, worried about the quality of my videos, in the sense that I watched one of my videos on my friend's laptop the other day, and I thought, oh, it's not the greatest videos. She did show me how to use thumbnails, though, like make my thumbnail, because I have no clue. I just turned my camera on, I uploaded the video, and then called it a day. But now I know how to kind of put a photo if I want to take an after, so you guys might click on it. And I'm going to try to get better at filling in what I use product-wise. I feel like I'm not the greatest for doing that. Okay, I'm going to just search for a flatter brush, and then I'll be right back, guys. So I'm just going to use one of the brushes I got in an Avon kit. It's a Silkline brand, and it's a flat brush. And I'm just going to pack that brush with pigment, tap it off a little bit, and then I'm going to start patting it in. I might want to go in with my fingers. I was like, I'm not going to go in with my fingers today. I always go in with my fingers. But I love using my fingers. And I really should do a look, guys. I'm going to use my fingers. I really should do a look where I wet the brush and apply so you guys can watch. I think I've mentioned it more than once. So I'm just working that in my fingers. I think I'm going to do the fingers first and then go in. I do have a shade from MAC, which is called Settle Olive. I'm debating on whether or not I want to use that today. I kind of want to just do an all one color eye look, because I feel like this is going to be intense enough. And sometimes, I know I've made references that I can be heavy-handed. If I start adding a lot, it can go one of two ways for me. I either really like it, or I start feeling super harsh all day at work. And I think because I went in with that foundation that's really dark, I feel like maybe I'll just stick with that. Hold on one second, guys. Hey guys, so I just had to pop in and get my daughter dressed. She wanted to get dressed, so I was just helping her out. So I've just kind of continued to blend, working with my fingers. I might go in with a smaller blending brush right now. Go with that same shade and really make sure that I've packed that pigment on into the crease and into my eyes. And really worked it in, because I'm just going to do all one shade today. I debated about doing a heavier look, but I think keeping it simple might be good. I might go under my eye with this today, guys. So I'm going to just work that on under my eye and back and forth motions so you can see. And just back and forth, back and forth. You know, I love the rain. I went up to Quebec last year. It was the most beautiful part of Canada that I had been to so far. I'm sure there's other beautiful parts, guys. But just the amount of trees and wildlife and the peace that you felt. It was chilly, because it was northern Quebec, but it was beautiful. So on a day like today, when it's rainy and damp and chilly, I really feel like being back up there, but I like that. I like that feeling. I love nature. I love being inside of nature, just like outdoors. And I love the rain. You know, some people don't like the rain. Maybe you get sick of the rain. I'm just going back and forth motions now, guys, and really working that in to my book. Rainy days, there's just something comforting about that feeling. You just want to wrap up in a blanket and look outside. And then part of me wants to be like quiet and go through a forest and look for wildlife. I don't know. I don't actually do that. I'm just going to go in with a kind of a shading brush, but I'm just going to highlight with that. And I'm just going to highlight with one of these shades. I think I'm going to go in with this one. It's a little bit whiter. And I'm going to pop that into my inner corner of my eye, like I usually do, just to make me look more awake and kind of bring emphasis to that part of my face. And I'm going to pop that under my brow bone, just to bring light up. I might carry that through a little bit. I like this green so far. I don't mind it. I actually saw a girl on my Facebook. She had posted a really nice photo. She's before and after. She lost like 150 pounds, which is incredible. She's always done kind of funky makeup, and she's got green eyes too. And I saw her when she did this green all over, and it was kind of a shade similar to this. I thought, oh my gosh, I need to try that. It's nice how we can find inspiration in everyday life. I really should ask her what shade she used, because it was more like a mint green. And I've actually never tried a mint green. I tend to gravitate towards moss greens. So, you know, give me 1 second, guys. I've decided to go into with the same palette, and I'm going to take the green right next to it, which is this kind of, I don't know what we would call this, like an apple green. I don't know what you guys would call it. Killarney green. And I'm just gonna line my eyes, my lash line with it, with just a sharp tapered brush. I'm not gonna bother wetting it. I'm just gonna tap that in. I don't even know if it's gonna do anything really. It's just probably just gonna help kind of darken up my lash line a little bit so it looks a little fuller, because I'm gonna try to keep this simple, but where I have some pigment on, so it looks like I've done something, but it's not too heavy, especially because it's the daytime and I'm just going to work and I don't want to look like I have a ton of makeup on. And again, some shades can go really dark really quick on me, so this to me will seem like a lot of makeup, I'm sure. Actually, I don't mind this shade. I say this a lot to you guys. Actually, I don't mind this shade. Okay, so I've just lined that. I'll finish doing the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just going to tell you guys quickly that I'm going to go in with this kind of reddy brown shade, and I'm just going to line in a little bit darker. I'm going to tap off any of the excess, make sure there's none on my fingers, and I'm just going to lift my lid and I'm just going to apply that just to the center of my lashes. I mean, I could work it into my whole lash line. Actually, I'm going to do that. So I'm just working this into my lash line. But underneath, just so it doesn't appear on top. Because again, I don't have a hood. I mean, I do have a hood. I don't have a hood. Lorna. Sometimes these mistakes I make when I'm talking just crack me up. Because of my hooded eye and not seeing a lot of space in my lid throughout the day, if I put it on top, it's okay. I can pull it off. It's just, if I want to keep this look simple, I have to kind of go in and work it into the lash line so it's not too heavy of a look. Because I didn't put a pencil on first, this isn't going to stay on a long time, but just that little bit of subtle brown will really help out. So I'm going to put my mascara on and I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm not really happy with how my mascara turned out. I did go in with a thicker mascara on top of it, but I'm going to say forget it. And I'm going to go in with the Pixie by Petra. It's the silk eyeliner. What is it called? Endless Silky Eye Pen. And I'm going to go in black. And I'm going to go in this line where if you guys are queasy, I'm really sorry, I do it a lot. This is what I do. If you have a hooded eye, you'll do what you can do to make it look like you have eyes. So I'm going to go in where I had popped that brown, and I'm just only going to do it in the center. I did pop the brown everywhere, but I really want to thicken up that lash line. So I'm just going to pop it where kind of my iris is and work it into that middle part of my eyelash line. So I have some depth. Sometimes I go all the way underneath, but I don't feel like I need the outsides today. Just the inner center of my eye will be fine. And I guess if, you know, I was feeling like it was too dark, I could go in, but now I'm happy with that look. So I'm going to pick out a blush, and then I'll be right with you guys again. So I decided to go in with my Anastasia Glow palette again, but I'm going to try a different color. I was holding it up to my face. I'm going to try this Forever Young as my blush. I don't know how it's going to work in the sense of the fact that I used a dark foundation today. So it might work, or it might just look like I highlighted the F out of my cheeks. So I thought this complemented the green quite nicely. So I thought, and this one's a little too, I mean, it's not bad. I haven't really swatched it, the Daydream, or 143. Where did I put it? No, I'm going to go in with the Forever Young. So I've just got a clean brush. This is a blush brush by Luxie. I got this also in my Ipsy kit. I'm covered in pigment, guys. Especially this glow palette. Like, I'm going to shimmer for days. So I'm going in, I'm dipping into Forever Young. I'm tapping it off. Just give it 2 taps. And then I'm going to see what happens. I mean, it is a highlighter, and I'm using it as a blush right now. But why not? Okay, so far it's because I'm darker right now. It's definitely worked as a highlighter, not as a blush. I mean, you don't know till you try. And that is bright. Oh dear Lord, what did I do? So I'm just taking my big my big face brush, and I'm just kind of working that into my skin. Okay, this was more of a mistake, but mistakes happen. So I might as well just keep rolling with it. Maybe I'll like it. So I'm gonna work this in. And some people don't like a super blushy look, so maybe this might, you know, yesterday I went really simple and I loved it all day. I looked very fresh faced, so I need to learn to step out of my box and maybe not wear so much peach blushes and pink blushes and kind of, I love the glow of this line. It's really nice. My face looks wet. I mean, you either like glowing or you don't. I don't mind this at all. Maybe it will help me be lighter handed. So, lighter handed as I'm working it onto the tip of my nose and working it into my cheeks. Whoa, that glow. I'm just going to put it on the high points of my forehead, the remaining little bit. And then I'm going to find an actual blush. So I'll be right with you guys. I'm just letting you guys know that I took that Forever Lit and I just kind of popped it underneath. Just for a little bit of, a little bit more glow on that area. So I haven't grabbed a blush yet, which I'm going to go do. So I grabbed out my Show Me Your Cheeks again in Peach Pink. And I'm just going to do a little bit of that, kind of underneath that highlighter. I don't want to look too frosted like I'm from the 60s. Like, I'm almost nervous with this right now. Like, should I matte this down? Should I keep it? So I do have an acne spot right now, guys. I'm not going to worry about covering it. I'm just going to keep it as is. Whoa, I'm glowy. But that's okay. So now I'm just gonna, because I'm a little bit shocked with my glow, I'm gonna work this in. I don't mind glowing, like I said, guys. But when it's this glowy, as you can see, that's quite the look. Okay, so I'm just gonna figure out what lipstick I'm gonna use. Probably very neutral today. I'm gonna find the lipstick and then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, I tried the NYX Whipped that I got in my Ipsy bag, and this is in Plush. But I'm not one to really like, I don't know what this is. You guys probably might like this look. But when I look at myself straight on, I feel like this is way too like the style mod for me, like where it's like kind of like a pastel. I don't like this shade. So I've grabbed my Rimmel, my this is the Rimmel Provocalips, and I've grabbed it in Make Your Move, and I'm just gonna dot a teeny bit of that on my fingertip, and I'm just gonna dull this out a little bit so it's got a little bit more of nude mixed in with it. I just felt like I should put on go-go boots with that last look, so I don't really, it was too much for me. Okay, I'm much happier with this look. So this is my completed look, guys. I know I never have my hair done, but now that I know how to do a thumbnail, I might actually start showing you guys how I look after. So here we go. Here's the look. I'm super shiny, guys. So you either like that kind of super shiny look or you don't, but I love it. So here I am. This will be my look for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good day, and I will see you guys again. Bye.